Hello, hello, hello to all of my wonderful Pisces, and happy Tuesday. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today, Tuesday. Tuesday, we have 5 more days for the new moon energy. You're excited, Pisces? Good, I am. Yes, we're going to get right into it. So we're going to talk about the number 5 just a little bit on today. Just a little bit. We're going to talk about 5. More importantly, we're going to get into your reading. That's more importantly. So let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Pisces as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. I'm talking to my wise, gentle intuitives who are also very compassionate, which is what people love most about you. Pisces is your compassion. You know, it's also natural healers, selfless, emotional, but in a good way. Artistic empaths. A lot of you all are musical. Sitting by the water, listening to your music, your high vibrational music, inspiration coming to you left and right. Just natural healers. Yes. You're similar, two fish tied together, swimming in opposite directions. Your ruling planets, both of them are retrograde right now. What a time to be a Pisces. Yes. All right. So if you're a cross watcher or you have Pisces somewhere in your chart, you should be stomping and cheering right now. Look at all this money in your cards. Ka-ching. Yes. Lots of money. I see you dancing in front of a house. Yes. So listen, Pisces. Okay, this is about balancing out your energy so that you can receive all of these things, right? Your emotional sign, but I'm talking about keeping those emotions high, like in good spirits, right? I see a lot of you all celebrating outside of a house, whether you're buying one, refinancing one, selling one, whether it's a house or home, whether it's your apartment, whether it's a new apartment, or you're moving from an apartment to a home, whatever. But I see you celebrating outside of a building, which is nice, which is nice. Some of you all may be even opening up a building, like starting your business, opening up a building. Yeah, some kind of a healing center for some people, for somebody, some kind of a healing center that you've been talking about. You want to open up. I'm looking at perfect synergy for you as far as your money is concerned. So whether you're working for yourself or you're working for somebody else, I'm looking at perfect synergy for you in the workplace. I'm also seeing you creating legacy wealth. I'm seeing, some of you or your business, you're creating your legacy that you're leaving behind. Like, meaning if you transition today, everybody would know your name because of the legacy that you built, that wealth that you built. And you don't even have a fear of transitioning. It's like I'm creating my legacy wealth right now so that my kids, grandkids, and I'm not even talking about even if they're not even biologically your kids, it's just that you're leaving a wealth of information. Like somebody has their name on a building that is known for healing and helping people, like that kind of energy. That's the kind of energy you all are on. I see you being financially independent, Pisces. So again, if you got Pisces in your chart, you better go into that room. You better go open that door in your spiritual house, go into that Pisces room and get some of this energy. I'm telling you, because it's on and popping. Yes, you all have been through enough challenging relationships to have picked up on energy, knowing that in the challenging relationships, some of you all have dealt with exes that needed healing, family members that needed healing, and they contaminated you to a point where you felt like you needed some healing. Some people may have even turned to drinking or even doing drugs just because they were so contaminated, trying to figure out, where am I going to put all this emotion that I've been nurturing from this person? I can see that they're hurting and they've contaminated me, but I just can't disconnect from it, right? Until you broke out your sword and you said, I'm just cutting this off so that I can focus on healing, so that I can get back into the business of healing other people. Yeah, so you've learned a lot. Some of you all may be even writing a book about all the things that you went through on your road to healing, that again goes to your legacy wealth, right? And I see you having a major breakthrough, right? All of a sudden, one day it just clicks. You know what? I should write a book. I really should write a book. I should just go ahead and put a book out, because I've been through a lot in my life. There's a lot of things a lot of directions this life could have taken me in, but I said, nope, let me sit down. I need to pull back my energy. I need to be more protective of my energy and my peace, so that I can do what I've been purposed to do, which is to heal the world. All right, let's talk about the number 5 for just a second. The number 5 is so important because 5 is the visual representation of the pivot point, representing versatility, movement, decisions, risk, a new beginning of some kind. It also means that you're naturally connected to a higher consciousness by virtue of your keen sense of freedom and adventure. It also means that you are the ultimate multitasker, right? Like this. Yeah. Multitasking and mental dexterity are not being used interchangeably here, but again, you get my drift, right? So again, so you all have been walking a tightrope in some of your relationships because you have overstayed your time, like over nurtured these energies so much so. These energies could have been in the family, they could have been friends, they could have been ex-romantic interests, anything, the colleagues, it doesn't matter, because you're a healer by default, right? And so you feel like, okay, I'm rooting for the underdog, but some of these people that y'all have nurtured, you've nurtured their energy, you didn't even realize they contaminated you until you started realizing your own behavior. You didn't even recognize yourself. You didn't even recognize yourself. You was like, oh my God, I got to get away from this person. Before I know, I mean, just talking to that person make me want to just take a drink, right? Or do something else, right? Do something unhealthy, right? Yeah, so now that you've gotten all of that out of your spirit, a lot of you all have had to clear away a lot of family relationships, a lot of exes you all have blocked. They don't even have access to you anymore. Some of your family members don't even know where you live. I mean, like, for real. Like, they don't know where you live. They have absolutely no access to you whatsoever. And it's so much so that the universe is keeping them so busy, that some of them are like, they're so busy receiving the karma that they don't even have time to even figure out, like to even look up. But by the time they look up to try to figure out where you are, I mean, well on to success. They won't even have access to you anymore because you've ascended higher. You've taken some inventory of your own spirit and said, you know what, let me look inside. Let me look within. I'm a nurturer. I have nurtured people for years that would nurture me when I needed some nurturing. They could cry to me anytime they needed to, but if I needed to shed a tear, all of a sudden I looked like I was weak. I looked like I was lazy, I was this, that, and the other. I just need to do this. They had all the advice in the world, but nobody lent a shoulder for me to cry on, right? And so it's really time for you to continue. This new moon energy for you is time to meditate and really contemplate moving forward, like what your next steps are, right? And, in terms of every area of your life, you want to be in a romantic relationship, okay, you're not doing any more trauma bonding with people. You meet somebody and they want to trauma bond, okay, boom, that's not the one. I don't care what they look like. You meet somebody who could be a potential soul tribey, you're not their therapist, you're not their counselor. I don't care if you are a therapist or a counselor, a psychologist or psychiatrist, it doesn't matter. You're not trying to be theirs. You need to focus on nurturing you, right? So you're not interested in any more trauma bonding. I see you loving yourself deeper and harder, and I do see you in a very happy, healthy, balanced out relationship, romantic relationship. Let's just be clear. That's if that's what you want. But again, you had to ascend higher to see things for what it really was around you. Like, you have been surrounded by takers for so long, and some of those people didn't even realize they were takers. If you were to tell them that they were taking from you, they would probably start an argument with you, and it'd be a screaming match. But it'd be one-sided screaming match. They'd be screaming with themselves because, again, they won't have access to you anymore because you were dealing with a lot of people that had internal conflict, unresolved internal conflict, childhood issues, just you name it. Whatever issue it was, them. But it came out on you, and every time you interacted with them, it was like you felt like you walked away like, this person really tried to burn me. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But that same blowtorch that they used to try to burn you, to try to kill you, it actually served to burn ties with them all, just completely sever ties with them altogether. Yep. Yeah, they actually ended up burning themselves. Yep. And I see a quick progression of things happening for you. Why? Because again, you ascended high. You got as far away from them as possible. You're like, you'll never burn me again. And look, Was it in Aries, Pisces? Was it somebody who was in Aries or who has Aries in their chart? A fire sign, someone who is like a father figure. A father figure could be a man or a woman, right? It could be somebody who has kids. They could be a widow. They could be a widower. They could be somebody in an authoritative state. Or you may have Aries in your chart where you said, let me go into my Aries room and let me look. Okay, that's a divine masculine sign, right? So divine masculine sign are very action oriented. Again, that same flame or fire that they use to try to burn you, you use that same fire in you to sever ties with that relationship for good. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is not even you playing like victim or feeling like, oh gosh. No, you're a survivor. You're a survivor of it. You're like, I survived a lot of things and now I'm actually celebrating. I'm celebrating. Yeah. So let's see what we have here. Intuition. Your intuition has always been on fire. Always. You're an empath. You're an intuitive, right? So it's always been on fire. And so you had to go through all of those life experiences, Pisces, to become the healer that you are. You're not just a textbook healer. You've actually learned. You've actually been through the fire. You've been through the, where's that card? Where? You've been through the fire with so many different situations. You know exactly what fire is simmering and what fire is just explosive and that will burn you. But that same fire, which is a purifier, is in you, giving you the strength and the power to do exactly what you were purposed to do in this realm, on this earth, which is to heal people. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Have a fantastic day. But then again, I know you will, because that's the intention you set, right? Bye.